Welcome to Dance Central Radio. My name is Ella Aiken, and today I'll be interviewing the talented Kate Crane from New York City Ballet. Hi Kate, how are you today?
Great, thanks.
Into the questions?
Yes, of course.
Okay, let's get started. First off, how long have you been dancing?
I've been dancing for most of my life, since I was very young. But I knew I wanted to take it to the next level and make it my career when I was about 11 years old.
What inspires you to dance?
When I was younger, all the girls older at me at my school definitely inspired me, and I looked up to them so much. But nowadays, someone who inspires me is Miss Lee Copeland. She's a famous dancer who pushed so many boundaries and proved that you don't have to be the stereotypical ballerina to be successful.
Your sister is also a dancer. How is your relationship? Is it hard to stay close when you're always competing?
Yes, my little sister Gwen also dances in the same company. When we were younger, I was always a level above her and a little bit better than her, so she kind of envied me for it. But as we got older, she started to catch up to me and become a more advanced dancer for her age, which caused a bit of competition between us. But now that we're older, some of the competition is still there, but it's definitely a bit more mature, and if we fight, it's not usually about dance necessarily. Also, Gwen took this season off because of injury, so I haven't really seen her much lately.
What's it like dancing at such a prestigious company?
It's such an amazing experience. It has been my dream for so long, and I've been very lucky so far in my career. It's a lot of hard work and a lot of long, stressful hours, but it's all worth it in the end because I'm doing what I love.
Both you and other dancers experience many different injuries. What advice would you give to an injured dancer?
Yes, dancers get injured very easily. The girl I share a dressing room with, as well as my sister, all have injuries this season, as well as I injured my neck this season. Injuries when you're a dancer are very hard because our bodies are our instruments and we need them to work. That's why many people, including me, fight through injuries when we probably shouldn't. My advice would be to make sure you have a stash of medications in your dressing room or your dance bag in case of an emergency and you need them. It's also good to do physiotherapy or go to a chiropractor. Most pros do this a few times a week. Another great treatment is acupuncture.
In the novel, you talk about mental illness and how it affects you and other dancers in the company. What advice would you give to a young dancer suffering from a mental illness?
Mental illnesses are very serious, just like physical illnesses. My advice would be to seek medical help so that you can learn to cope and still be able to dance. A lot of dancers end up struggling with anxiety, depression, or eating disorders, so don't feel like you're alone either.
Speaking of mental illness, dance puts a lot of pressure on young girls to have a certain body type. Do you feel the pressures even though you've already made it into a company?
Sure. I feel like all dancers feel bad about their bodies every once in a while. A lot of people think that once you make it, that these feelings will go away, but this is definitely not the case. Body image is for sure still a major issue, even in a company setting.
How do these pressures affect you and other dancers you know?
A lot of dancers end up developing eating disorders. This is a kind of hush-hush topic in the dance world, but it happens all the time. Many girls in my company alone don't eat. It's a huge problem because not everyone can be super skinny. But even knowing this, a lot of girls think that if they don't eat, then they'll become the best principal dancer. But if you don't eat, you won't even have enough energy to make it through a performance.
What things do you think the dance community could do to alleviate these pressures and become more body positive?
I think that company directors need to lose the has to be 00 mindset. A lot of directors pressure girls into developing eating disorders. Dancers also need to talk about this issue more. If the topic wasn't so hush-hush, then people would be more likely to reach out for help. I think that some steps are being taken, but the community needs to make more of an effort than they are to combat this issue.
Why do you dance? There are so many sacrifices and so many risk factors to your mental and physical health. What makes it all worth it?
I dance, well, because I love it. It's all I've known for my whole life, and I couldn't picture myself doing anything else. It's so important to me, and I would like to think that I'm pretty good at it.
Awesome. Thanks so much for coming on Dance Central, Kate.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for listening, folks. Tune in next week when we interview Lizzie Howell, a dancer fighting the body image stigma and inspiring dancers all over the world.